Welcome to the Ashtabula County Fair here at Jefferson, Ohio.
You get a
It
gold
took me
star.
2 days, but we got it.
You get a gold star. All right. Another windy day at the Jefferson Fair.
So we're going to bet the outside closers.
Well, I'm looking at the flags. You see a little difference in the change in direction?
Well, yesterday the flags were blowing very straight across the backstretch and straight out. They're kind of crosswind today. So
Yes. We'll
for those that want to know about the weather, it's beautiful. It's not really a cloud in the sky.
Us horse players look for every edge we can get. The wind, the rain, the sand, whatever.
Well, I'm still looking for an edge. If I had the edges, I wouldn't have to work these shows.
I remember doing a story on a guy that was calling charts. He was calling charts for like 50 years ago. What's the one thing that's baffled you over all these years? He goes, the fact that I can't make money betting the horses. Really? Took you 50 years to realize that? It should take you 50 minutes.
Sometimes it doesn't take that long.
Right.
The worst part about betting horses is how everything ends up always going, no matter what you do. If you miss the first race when you have a good bet and you get shut out or whatever, that always sets the tail for the day. You never win after that. It's just incredible how it always works. Everybody has the same story, yet we all bet different horses, but we all come to the same conclusion. We do it for entertainment.
Yeah. Bull. In the old days, there was only one daily double, and you'd go over broken beer bottles not to miss the first race. So you got to get down in the double. Now there's rolling daily doubles.
And rolling pick threes. Saratoga practically has rolling pick fours, it seems like.
Right.
Well, we have 12 races today. We didn't break any land speed records yesterday, but we did. Toward the end of the day, we had some faster miles.
We had some good racing.
But the racing was fantastic.
Tight finishes, exciting stuff.
First race is scratched down to a field of 3. The 2 is out. Race on. Do you have a driver on the 1?
I think it's Day. Is it James Day?
James Day?
Yeah, that's the only change I've got. You don't have any changes either, huh? He's reading them now as we're talking.
Yeah, I'm getting the changes from hairs as we go. Well, the problem was I stopped at the ice cream stand instead of getting in here for changes.
Nice going.
Break roads on 2, center story. Seventh race, win play show, exacta trifecta. Eighth race, win play show, exacta trifecta.
I got the changes in the 7th, Bob. There's none.
Thanks. Or the 8th. Deaton.
10th race, win place, exacta trifecta. 1 down by the parade, Brayton Rhodes. Brayton Rhodes on 1, scratch the 4, Billion. Billion is scratched. 11th race, win play show, exacta trifecta. 3 Halstead, Jimmy Smith. Jimmy Smith on 3. And in the 12th race, our 12th and final, win place, exacta trifecta. The 2 Boozer, Brayton Rhodes. Brayton Rhodes on Boozer in race number 12. Betting windows are open for your...
Well, we got most of the changes.
Yeah, I noticed that Nick Clegg, he was here. He looked healthy to me yesterday, but he took off 3 or 4 of his drives. What do you think's going on?
Well, I don't think Nick would be mad at me if I told the story, but I asked him about the fairs and why he doesn't drive a lot, and he said, well, if you have a lawn and you have a big lawn and some kid comes over and offers to mow your lawn for $10 and he does a great job, are you going to pay the $10 the next time or go out there and sweat for 45 minutes and do it yourself?
He's got another 10 coming. Oh.
And so that's his angle.
Okay.
Is that the kids, he gets Braden, Harvey Hirschberg, young guys that want to win. And he doesn't have to do the driving. He does all the training with Betty.
Except you're not thinking like a journalist, and I am. And here's the question. Okay, Nick, that's good. You want to pay $10 to have some guy give your horse a haircut. But why did you name yourself on in the first place? That's the question.
Maybe he doesn't know if they're going to come.
Eat your ice cream, Kenny. Eat your ice cream.
It's melting. I have soup.
You and the Wicked Witch, you're both melting, right? Okay, so
you ever watch The Wizard of Oz?
one of the best ever.
I've seen it from start to finish a combined 0 times.
Well, you know what? You should probably go to Vegas. How crazy does this sound? You know that big sphere they got there?
Yeah. I stayed right next to it one year.
Okay. I guess it opens maybe this month or in the fall. They've got the Wizard of Oz, and they've done all kind of things to it. And there's going to be effects when that tornado hits the farm and lifts Dorothy and Toto. You're going to feel it where you're sitting. I mean, a little stronger than the breeze we're getting. I heard it's.
I don't know. This breeze feels pretty strong.
Yeah, I know. It's reimagined. It's whatever you do to the. I guess it's going to be.
Is it
incredible.
Inside? You have to go inside.
Oh yes, it's.
I've never been inside.
It's a big round arena. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's a great movie. Great movie. Judy Garland.
You'll learn as we work together more that Kenny does not know a lot of movies.
Well, that's not good. You better get on his stick, buddy boy.
I love watching movies, but I've just.
It's
not
funny,
gotten into it.
We talk about, you bring up Wizard of Oz, that makes me think of Judy Garland, which makes me think of Mickey Rooney, who did horse movies with Judy Garland. Elizabeth Taylor, excuse me. One year at the Belmont Stakes, they invited Mickey Rooney. You know who he is? Big-time actor?
No.
Yeah. Very popular guy.
He's learning, Steve, I'm telling you.
Did you see the movie The Black Stallion? Of course not, right? He's in that.
Yeah.
Anyways, they let him come and do the post position draw for the Belmont. He
that's
was
pretty
married.
cool.
He was married 6 or 7 times in real life. So he's got to do his routine at the draw. He goes, "You know, guys, I've been married 6 or 7 times." He says, "You know what alimony is? It's like putting gas in another guy's car." Mickey and love.
That's a good analogy.
Love to bet the horses.
See, we need more people that love to bet the horses.
Oh my God! He'd come to Cleveland and go to the track. Oh, don't
All
get
right.
in his way.
Here's a question. Are you a big movie guy? You've seen a lot of movies.
I've seen a lot of movies.
All right. Favorite horse racing movie?
I think the prettiest horse racing movie ever shot was Seabiscuit. I can tell you the worst.
Prettiest?
Yeah, it's just the way they the scenes, the music, the lighting. Yeah, it's just well done. And the worst horse racing movie, and people love it.
Oh, you're going to say Secretariat.
Yeah, the worst. The worst.
See,
I completely agree, Bob.
They got horses. Hey, you hear the bugle, and the jock gets on the horse outside the barns. The bandages are hanging from the roof of the barn.
It's
Come
Disney,
on.
of course it's
Yeah,
crap.
and then how about when the jock runs in the track kitchen and says, he's got the racing. We're horse of the year. Yeah, you didn't know that. They didn't call you. You had to wait for the form to come out. Come on.
I think there were a lot of things that could have been done significantly different, but I think the movie tells the story it needs to tell.
No, it tells it incorrectly. They made Lucian Lauren, the trainer of Secretariat, sound like a loudmouth, goofy guy wearing goofy clothes. He wasn't.
He looked like a golfer.
He was the exact opposite of that. The guy who was crazy and loud was the owner of Sham, the horse that he beat in all 3.
Well, they do make him at all the press conferences and stuff.
They made the trainer look bad. He hardly spoke English. It was Frank Martin trained Sham, who, by the way, broke the track record in the Derby and Preakness. Here we go again. We're talking about thoroughbreds.
The greatest scene is Bronx Tale by far.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah.
Steve, you're going to be shocked. I've never seen it.
You got to catch up.
I know. Steve made me watch Jaws, I don't know, maybe a month ago, and that was pretty good.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen Jaws?
From start to finish, no.
I got one on somebody. How about that?
But I went to the Cleveland Orchestra. They did the music of John Williams, the movie composer and conductor. He did Schindler's List. He did Jaws. He did Saving Private Ryan. He did all these big movies. Man, when they played that theme from Jaws, you think that shark's coming down the aisle. I'm telling you, it was so realistic.
The only thing, I guess it's because it's just an older movie. What was it, 1991, 1992 Jaws came out? Even older than that.
Maybe longer.
Are you nuts? 1975.
Oh, my God.
I was giving it too much credit.
Boy, I'll say. Holy cow. By the way, for those who like numbers, this continues to be Fair 33.
So we're still the halfway fair.
Card 63 interstate.
How many total cards for the year? Do you have that number?
Yeah. So far, we've had 63. How many will there be? You got to wait because you get rainouts and
Right.
cancellations and stuff. And today you'll see races 776 through 787.
Almost 800 county fairs after races after
And you're
today.
at the half-mile pole. And for
Well, we will go over 800 today because Attica also races today, I believe, right?
let's see. We have Attica at. They're going to start half an hour later than us. Yes.
Perfect. Here's the first race field.
Here are the horses on the track for the first race. Home Talent Colt Stakes, 2-year-old Colton Gelding Pace. Purse of $4,587. James Day on the 1. Scratch the 2. Win Exacta Daily Double here in the first race. 1 is a Dance in Flight. Make the driver James Day. 2 is out. 3 Creek Shark, Justin Irvin. And the 4 Pumpkin Skin, Nick Clegg in the sulky. That's the field for the first race. James Day on 1, scratch 2. Short time to wager here in the opener.
Well, there's our 3-horse field.
Yeah.
One, a Dance in Flight. James Day aboard for owner-trainer Rick Mapes. 2-year-old Dancing Yankees son. 3 third-place finishes in 5 tries. Most recently was 5th at Mansfield. Had back-to-back thirds at Lisbon and Mount Vernon before that.
3, scratch the 2, race on. The 3 is Creek Shark, Stu Stockwell, Geneva owner. Gary Martin trains. Justin Irvin will be the. Here we go with the Irvin Irvine thing again. I don't know what's right. Justin,
If we say it every different way, we're guaranteed to be right at some point.
And we'll do that several times.
Well, you can change his name to Justin Otten if you want to.
What's that mean?
I'll let you imagine.
Okay. Well, this horse is off a big win at Lisbon on July 29th. Went wire to wire to win by 4 lengths and went down there in 2:04 and 2, and that was career victory number 1.
And for Pumpkin Skin, $15,000 Ohio Select purchase for the Clegg team. Has already gotten back 8,011 tries, 2 wins with 4 third-place finishes. So this one pretty much hits the board almost every start. 7 for 11 doing that. Has a couple of third-place finishes at Lisbon and Mansfield most recently. The win is back at Carrollton about 3.5 weeks ago. 2:04 and 1. Fastest clocking with a win was 2:04 at Circleville.
So, looking at the leaderboards for the year, Drew Neal, who was here yesterday but is not here today, leads the way with 58 wins in the Drivers' Derby. Hank Levan, 55. Nysanger Jeff, 50. Jason Beatty, 37. Nick Clegg, 33. And then we have Justin Irvine and Emmanuel Miller at 29 each. And on the trainer side, Levan, 47 wins. Betty Clegg, 41. Rosie Weaver, is she here today? No, she's not here today either. 36 wins. Nysanger, 31. Good races.
Yeah, we've had nobody's really pulling away with anything.
No.
Drew Neal, Hank Levan, and Jeff Nysanger all over 50. And then on the training side, what? About 5 trainers separated by 10 or so?
Yeah, and then Gary Martin, who had, what did he win yesterday? 2 or 3?
Definitely at least 2.
He's in the top 10 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's 8th with 17 wins. So he's moving up the ladder.
It's nice to see everyone getting their fair share of wins.
And Martin has a bunch in today, including the 3-horse, who's even money in the first race. And Betty has the 4, who's 1 to 2. We've got
Trio.
The, cream of the crop moving
2-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers. They're in behind the Mark Taborowski starting car. Here's Ayers Ratliff.
No, it's It's 76 degrees, the track is fast, and it's post time here in Jefferson, Ohio. They're off into pacing, looking to go to the lead is Creek Shark. On the outside, Pumpkin Skin in second. Third at the rail is A Dancing Flight. As they circle the turn and head on into the backstretch where Pumpkin Skin muscles up to get the lead. Creek Shark is there in second. A Dancing Flight has lost contact early on, is trying to regain his momentum there in third as they go on to the opening quarter, where Pumpkin Skin and Nick Clegg out there dictate the tempo. Creek Shark is there in second. Opening quarter in 30, 1/5. Around the turn they go. Pumpkin Skin is out there on the lead. Creek Shark is there in second. A Dancing Flight is a bit closer in third. They circle the turn and move down here to the half, being led by Pumpkin Skin. Creek Shark is there in second. A Dancing Flight has caught the others in third as they move here by the halfway mile mark of the race, where Pumpkin Skin is out there and on the lead. In their second, Creek Shark.
1 and 4.
The half in 1 minute 4/5. Around the turn, they'll head on into the backstretch. Pumpkin Skin, the leader. Creek Shark is right there in second. A Dancing Flight is pacing third as they move up the backstretch to 3/4 and now moving to the outside. Creek Shark going to take his shot at the lead as they go to the 3/4 mile mark of the race. Pumpkin Skin is out there by 1. Outside Creek Shark in second, 3/4. 1:34 and 4, and around this final turn, it is Pumpkin Skin who's maintaining the advantage. Creek Shark is their second. A Dancing Flight is third. They're at the top of the stretch. They're on their way home, where Pumpkin Skin leading on the outside. Creek Shark. It is Pumpkin Skin on the inside, Creek Shark on the outside. It's Pumpkin Skin to win. Creek Shark finishing second. A Dancing Flight is third.
105 and 1.
2:05, 1/5.
Was there exact wagering on this race? Because it'll probably come back $40.
Well, Nick Clegg didn't take off this mount. He's going to return to the winner's circle.
So he cut his own grass in the first race.
He did cut his own grass. He cut his lawn here. Yep.
Okay. Well, he just helped his wife move to within 5 of the lead for the leading trainer in the state. Now LaFan 47, Clegg 42. These are my figures. I think they're correct.
I believe you.
Is there a big database? Because I don't get any press releases. Do you? But
Roger Houston usually keeps tabs
just
too.
keeps it?
Yeah.
Well, like you said, the winner's 3 to 5. The runner-up is 4 to 5.
That's
So we
that's
can't wait
incredible.
to see the prices on this baby.
And the exact, which should pay about $220, we'll pay like $9 or something. Yeah. Here's the 4 Pumpkin Skin to the winner's circle.
Not to downplay Nick's role, he's 5th in the standings. That's his 34th winner.
Number 1, it is the 4 Pumpkin Skin, a 2-year-old bay-goated son of summa cum laude at a DG's Shadows Bell by Shadow Play. Owned by Kipper Clegg, Betty Clegg, the trainer, Nick Clegg, the winning driver, 2:05 and 1.
Did you get a rundown on that race?
I think I can get
Dancing Flight was third. Race On scratched. Creek Shark second. Pumpkin Skin was the winner. 3 scratched, 2, 1 on the bottom, 31. A gun quarter time, 31. The half, 104. 104 for the half. 134 and 4. 205 and 1.
So, Kenny, I got a $2 Exacta box. How did I do? I boxed the 3-4 in the Exacta.
For $2, you made 20 cents.
Boy. going to stop and tell everybody I beat the races on the second day at the Ashtabula County Fair.
You're ahead. Now you can go spend that money after this commercial break.
What can I get a sip?
Midland Acres is proud to stand the prominent stallions, TCI, Long Tom, Ready for Money, Monty Mickey, Summa Cum Laude, and Bit of a Legend. With such great pedigree and speed in the stallion barn, Midland Acres will provide a diverse group of top yearlings in the sale ring for 2025. Visit us this fall at our consignments at the Blooded Horse Sale on August 26th, the Ohio Select Jug Sale on September 12th, and the Lexington Select Sale on September 29th through October 3rd. Let Midland Acres experience in the industry lead you to the winner's circle.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
This September, the thrill returns to Delaware, Ohio. It's the Little Brown Jug. World-class harness racing, heart-pounding action, and unforgettable fun. Join the tradition. Feel the roar. Be a part of history. We have several hospitality and ticket options, including the new Jug Social Club. Please visit littlebrownjug.com or call 1-800-DEL-FAIR. The Little Brown Jug, where champions are crowned.
Scratch billion, we got that. And then the last 11th races.
Welcome back to the Ashtabula County Fair here at Jefferson. 1 down, 11 to go on day 2 of live racing here. 10 yesterday, 12 today.
Well, we're blessed with great weather.
Yeah, the weather's been fantastic both days. Not too warm, not too cold, light breeze. You couldn't ask for a better summer day, especially in August. You never know what you're going to get in August.
Usually hot.
Significantly hotter than this. We got it a little early this summer. It felt like, early July. It was in the 90s every day.
Usually, growing up in neighboring Lake County, it never got hot until the last 2 weeks of August, and then it got broiling hot, and then it went away as fast as it came. But not anymore. It's a little bit of everything now. It's a smorgasbord.
You never know what you're going to get.
But we certainly improved at the Cuyahoga County Fair after last year's tornado.
Yes. We, how many races were there? 15? So we've averaged 7.5 races the last 2 years at Berea.
Yeah. In fact, I think there was a cancellation either there.
Two average 5 races.
Yeah, there was like 3 cancellations in
Yeah,
the last
3 or 4. But
yeah, right. It's been a tough road there. I don't know. I'll never forget my first Little Brown Jug as a reporter. I'd never been to Delaware Fairgrounds. I didn't know what the composition of the racetrack was. I get up to the press box. Guy goes, "Well, we'll see you tomorrow." I go, "Well, what do you mean we'll see you tomorrow?" He goes, "Well, it rained." He says, "This is a clay racetrack. We can't. The starting gate would be slipping and sliding all over the place." He says, "We can't race here. See you tomorrow." So I went back to my hotel. I think I went to what you don't do. I went to the movies. I think I saw 3 movies that day. Now they replace.
Can you name the movies?
No, it's probably no. I think maybe I saw Wizard of Oz 3 times.
Do you remember if you saw the same movie 3 times? Or was it 3 separate movies and you just kept going, bouncing?
No, it's a good. I think I just kept.
Here's a better question. Did you pay 3 times?
No. But I probably bought 3 shovels full of popcorn. No. But now that's not a problem anymore because they put in an all-weather track at Delaware years ago. This is years ago, back in the 80s. They love that clay track because those horses bounced over that thing, man. They got a lot of spring.
They still go over this one pretty well that they have now. You can barely hear the horses go by it.
I know, it's a nice racetrack.
Very nice.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that during Jug Week, I don't think there's. Well, no, not a whole week, but I think schools are closed on Jug Day. I don't think they have school.
Yeah, that's what I've been told. I heard back in the day it used to be like the whole week. Like it was Delaware, you were off.
There is in some of the southern counties in Ohio, they do give the kids the whole week off because they're involved with the 4-H, all the animals.
Right.
So they got a whole week off. I'll never forget. I don't know if I was at Lancaster, and they were getting ready to judge the chickens or the hens or whatever, and I saw a girl with a hairdryer. She's blow drying the chicken, fluffing them up. I'm not making that up.
I drove by the chicken judging on the way in today.
And you asked them when could you get a sandwich after the judging?
I was looking for a fried chicken sandwich.
Yeah, they told you, can we take the blue ribbon off first before you broil it?
I didn't know there were chicken competitions. I mean, I knew there was, the horse shows,
everything,
cows, but I did not know there were chickens at the fairs.
There's one for track announcers too. You got any ribbons?
Yeah, ribbon for best eater, most milkshakes consumed, most ounces of ice cream eaten before lunch.
I've always
I win those votes.
I've admired track announcers for one because I think if you asked me to call the races, I could call the first race perfect. But then from that forward, I'd be calling the same names all night from the first race. I don't know how you guys clear your mind to do that. How do you do that?
All right, let's get together, line them up, Freddie.
It's a good question. I mean, it just
You were almost speechless.
Yeah, I don't have a perfect answer. I will say, since calling horse races, it's made it a lot harder to remember people's names.
Really?
Now that I'm full time, if you don't tell me your name more than once, I forget it.
Really? Now, did you ever regurgitate the name from the first race in the 7th race?
Every once in a while, a horse will slip out. That's like yesterday. The horse in the last race was named Base Stealer, and I called him Pace Sealster.
Oh my!
Because they sound the same.
Here we go.
Horses are on the track. They're parading onward for race number 2, Home Callan Colt Stakes. This one's sponsored by the Jefferson Diner. Purse $4,587. 1 is Nico, driver change Elliott Deaton. 2 is Lather Rock, make the driver James Day. 3, I Am the Sea, Nick Clegg. And the 4, Big Bonanza, Justin Irvin, in the sulky. That's the field for race 2, Elliott Deaton on 1, James Day on 2.
Field of 4 to complete the second half of the early double. 1 Nico. Elliott Deaton does the driving for Clarum Holtz. Robert and Lisa Corbin of Ashland, Ohio, the owners. This one's 0 for 5, but hit the board 3 of those 5 tries, including a runner-up at Lisbon, and most recently was 3rd in the now-winners of 1 against older horses over the weekend at Northfield.
The 2 is Lather Rock, looking at the tote board, currently 21-1. Ricky Dean Mapes, the owner of Macedonia. Ricky Mapes, also the trainer. James Day is picked up the to be announced driving on this horse. Lather Rock has raced just twice and was distanced at Mansfield. And the last previous start was at Lisbon, finished 4th. Went through the sales ring for $7,000.
3, I Am the Sea, Nick Clegg driving for the Clegg team, 2-year-old down by the seaside son. We know the story on this guy. They thought highly of him. They put him in the next generation, got post 9. And I've talked about this with some other people. You can see that he has those big knee boots, so a horse that needs to continue to grow and mature out of that. But he's 6 for 13, had back-to-back wins at Mount Vernon and Lisbon, and most recently was second up at Mansfield after breaking at the start.
Yeah, the 4 and on the outside in this 4-horse field at odds of 1-5 is Big Bonanza. Now, Gary Martin trains. Justin Irvin will be doing the driving, and he's the only one that's been behind this horse. Back-to-back wins. First at Painesville Fair in 202 and 3, and then at the Summit County Fair at Northfield in 157 and 4. So he looks like he's in a pretty good spot here.
Just a $6,000 Buckeye Classic purchase. Another Gary Martin, Sue Stockwell team. Well, Sue doesn't own this one, but Gary Martin and Sue do a nice job with picking out these bargain buys at the sales.
Yeah, we're going to have to talk to them about this stuff. You're right. You're right. 2-5. I Am the Sea is catching some money at 9-5.
So we were talking about showing all those chickens and stuff.
Yeah.
And Jess Otten said that she showed pigs in high school, grand champion junior year, and wanted to show chickens, but her parents said they stink too much.
You know, I have.
But you could grow if you showed chickens when you're done showing them, then at least you have eggs and more fried chicken sandwiches.
I was just about to say, because she won the competition there, I got a not horrible, but I'm overwhelmed with the taste for bacon and eggs right now.
How about a bacon and egg breakfast pizza?
Oh boy.
That's criminal? What's your favorite pizza topping? Just straight cheese, pepperoni?
What do you like?
I mean, pepperoni's good, of course.
Yeah. What do you like, Kenny?
Cheese or pepperoni, or the occasional buffalo chicken pizza.
No sausage?
No, I hate sausage.
Mushrooms?
Hate that too.
You're not coming with us.
We're going to argue over our pizza toppings during this race, but they're in behind the gate. Here's Ayers Ratliff with the call of the second.
Jefferson Diner purse $4,587, a field of 4. 2-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers, top of the stretch for the second race, and here they come. They're off and pacing. Big Bonanza goes out there looking for the lead as they move around the turn. I Am the Sea is out there second. Lather Rock is an early third, and Nico trails the field early on. As they move around the turn to the back stretch, they go. Justin Irvin, he's got Big Bonanza. He was a winner at Paynesville, a winner at Northfield. Gonna try to make it 3 in a row today. He leads them out there early by 3. I Am the Sea is over there in second. Then we have Lather Rock third, opening quarter in 30 seconds flat. In and around the turn they go. Big Bonanza has opened up now by 4. I Am the Sea is there in second. Pacing third is Lather Rock. And Nico is now looking to the outside for Elliott Deaton as they move down here to the halfway mile mark of the race, where Big Bonanza is out there and on the lead. The heavy favorite leads them by 4. In their second, I Am the Sea. Lather Rock in third. And Nico still trails as they went on by the half. They get there, and we're there in a 101 and 2 and around the turn, and they'll head on into the back stretch. The leader, Big Bonanza. They're in second, I Am the Sea, and that one is getting closer on the big favorite as they move up the back stretch to 3/4. Big Bonanza has them out there now, cut down to a length and a quarter. I Am the Sea is looking to the outside. Nico tries to sneak up the rail, moving by the 3/4 mile mark of the race. Big Bonanza is there in 1:32 and around this final turn. The leader, Big Bonanza. I Am the Sea is their second. Nico is saving ground third as they're at the top of the stretch. Big Bonanza. Nico is looking to the outside. Big Bonanza. Nico's coming at him and coming on. Big Bonanza. Nico on the outside. Nico on the outside. Big Bonanza inside. Nico gets up in time. Big Bonanza second. I Am the Sea was third. 2:02, 1/5.
Well, I'll tell you, that result does not shock me at all. If anyone watched the race that Nico put together on August 3rd in Northfield, that was against older horses. Justin was driving him that day. He was nose to nose nearly at the top of the stretch. He ended up finishing third, but he made a big move. Got off the rail, came with a, as in thoroughbreds they would say, he loomed boldly and then flattened out. But he's a 2-year-old making just his 5th start against a bunch of older seasoned veterans. That was a good race, and he showed it right here that he's sharp.
There's no symbolism to show that a 2-year-old was racing against older horses, right? There's nothing to show you that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you would just know if it was strictly 2-year-olds, it would say 2-year-old non-winners of 1.
Okay.
So that kind of I guess that's the way to give it away. But yeah, it was not a 2-year-old race. He faced older horses, and he was 21-1, and the horse that was on the lead was a big favorite, I think. So that was a good effort. That does not shock me at all that he came back and just raced big
You
again.
know who's probably not shocked at all by that? Justin Irvin.
Because he was on him
He
that
drove
day.
him. He knew what was coming. Yeah, Claire's from the trainer of this horse is from Jefferson. He doesn't own a piece of this one, but he is a local boy.
Here's his winner.
That's him with the
Bringing in a
ball
training
cap
that
on.
harness racing has here in the Buckeye State. Congratulations, Claire, the hometown boy, Jefferson. Scoring with his horse Nico to his first lifetime win, a 2-year-old bay-gutted son of a bit of a legend. Out of Da Vinci Artist by Artificial, owned by Robert and Lisa Corbin, Claire Umholtz trains Elliot Deaton, the winning driver. This one sponsored by Jefferson Diner.
Well, Nico's still learning a little bit on how to stand still, but
Look, nobody put Nico on top in the exactas.
nobody had Nico on top. The
It's
exact
an
pays
all four.
I wonder how much it paid. Is there a price on it?
Hey, I don't see it. The Daily Double come back 46.40. Like some of that.
I would like some of that.
Yeah, right. This horse is owned by Robert and Lisa Corbin of Ashland, Ohio.
Bit of a legend, son. Former Battle of Lake Erie winner, bit of a legend.
Yeah, all right.
2 down. Third race will be up after these messages.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661. Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio. The future is bright in Ohio. Ohio Sire Stakes, Buckeye Stallion Series, 66 county and independent fairs. Whether it's the Ohio Sire Stakes, the Buckeye Stallion Series, or the county fairs, Ohio has a place for your racehorse. This year, Ohio breds are racing for nearly $23 million in stakes purses. Be part of the winning. Breed, buy, race, win in Ohio.
Welcome back to the Ashtabula County Fair here at Jefferson, Ohio. 2 down, 10 to go. We've made it to race 3. Elliot Deaton on the 4, Fire the Prez.
We'll be looking for 2 wins in a row, Elliot.
Field of 5. They start 5 across. 6 is in the second tier, which I believe we only have one race where the 6 is, we have a 6 in play, and that's coming up next after the 3rd.
Yes.
It's the only race with
And
6.
those looking ahead, we've got word that the 3 Gene said in the 4th race is not going to play.
That is the rumor. Gene said is out. Gene said he's not coming. That's my joke on him.
Yeah.
All right, race 3.
So, by the way, the races have all been drawn for Sunday night Sire Stakes at Northfield, and Rose Run Amy.
Does she have the rail?
4-hole.
All right.
But I think Dan Noble had his choice of drives in that race, and I got a text message that he's sticking with Rose Run Amy. And of course, I want to come out and watch it since I wrote the story on her that should be posted today or tomorrow on Press Pro's website. But of course, it has to be like 10th or 11th race.
Well, it could be the 15th.
Could you be a little more positive, please?
The good thing about the 10th or the 11th at Northfield is it's only usually about 10:30 by that time.
You're right.
So
You're right.
just a smidge past most people's bedtimes.
Yeah, I'll have to take a nap so I can watch the race.
I've always wondered that about Northfield is where are the people that are staying up and betting or any, not just us, Hawthorne, Scioto, the late races at all these tracks. Where are the people staying to bet? I mean, are they at home? Are they are they in bed? Or are they people that are going to gamble till 1, 2, 3 in the morning? Are they in Vegas?
We could probably get a run. I mean, I don't see why the mutual office couldn't give us that breakdown. Be
Where
curious.
the bets come from?
Yeah, I'd be interested. As the night progresses, where's the shift? Is all of a sudden as the money flood in from Sacramento, California, for the last 4 or 5 races,
And the East Coast goes to bed.
and they go to bed. Right. Be
Even the
interesting.
Meadowlands I think it was Meadowlands pace night. The last race went off at like 12:17.
Really.
And just a long day.
Too many. I mean, I complain about that all the time. People complain that baseball games are taking 3 hours, but people are supposed to come to the racetrack for 5 or 6 hours of racing.
And you know what? I'm not picking on any one track in particular. I think it's everywhere. At
Oh,
Saratoga,
it is.
Not to keep going back to Thoroughbreds, but sitting there all last week, me who loves horse racing, loves being at the track. We're having a good time. We're having drinks. We're all talking. I was bored between races because they're a 32, 33 minutes between races type deal, and it's just. I was sitting home one day. The first race at 1 o'clock. And I had to leave somewhere at 6, and I said, "Well, I'll watch the stake race, and then we'll go." The stake race, which was race 9 on the card, didn't go off until 6:02. I was late going where I was going because I wanted to watch. How could 9 races take 5 hours?
Well, the mutual manager would point to the total handle for the day and say, "Be quiet." Because what was it on Whitney Day? Didn't they bet 48 million?
49.
49 million.
49. The year before was 40.
So they ran 13 races too, not 12 or 10.
And the Whitney this year had 9 horses versus 5, which is usually a recipe for success as well.
Right. Yeah. Here we go.
Here are the horses on the track for the third race, sponsored by Lake Equine Associates, purse $4,587. 2-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers put Elliott Deaton on the 4. 1 is Working Up a Lather, Nick Clegg. 2 is Tanika's Gate, Eric Miller drives. 3, Show Me the Mooney with Justin Irvin. 3, Fire the Prez, driver change, Elliott Deaton. And 5, Luck Be My Legend, Harvey Hirschberger in the sulky. That's the field for the third race. Elliott Deaton is on the 4.
There's our field for the third. 1, Working Up a Lather, Nick Clegg team for Betty and Kimber. 2 wins, 5 seconds. This guy's only missed the board 3 of his 12 tries, 9 of 12 in the money, including a win most recently at Mansfield. He was 7th, clocked in 55-1 in the State Fair race at Scioto 5 days ago.
The 2 is Tunika's Gate, trainer Richard Stacy, Eric Miller in the bike. This one is raced just once. That was at Carrollton on July 15th. There was no betting there, and he was distanced. He broke stride and finished 6th.
3, Show Me the Mooney, Justin Irvine driving for Gary Martin, B. Kleinberg Racing, and Mr. Tridente Sr. 0 for 4 in his career. Does have a second, most recently at Lisbon, was 5th at Northfield, 2 back on Summit County Fair night, which was his fastest clocking, 59-3. Justin Irvine drives.
4 is Fire the Prez. Take Jason Thompson off, put Elliott Deaton on for trainer Scott Cox. He's been busy, 6 starts, and consistent too. 6 starts, 2 wins, 2 seconds, and a third. He's already banked $11,000 and change, and is off back-to-back nice scores. One at romping scores. First at Lisbon by 7 1/4, and then at Mansfield by 21 3/4 lengths. Yeah.
5, Luck Be My Legend, Harvey Hirschberger driving for Ronnie Gillespie and Jerry Miller. 0 for 6 in his career, 2-year-old Bit of a Legend, son, 3rd at Lisbon, 2 back, most recently was 4th at Mansfield. So he's still learning, needs to take a step forward. He's just a $4,000 purchase, so I think they were they'll be happy that they've already got back $2,500 on this guy, just being such a bargain at the sale.
And as we await the start, the favorite is the 3-horse Show Me the Mooney at odds of 1-2. And Fire the Prez is on his heels at 3-2.
Be interesting. The 4's got to start outside, toward the outside, but this horse looks like he's got a ton of speed, should be going forward. But Clegg has the rail, and he's usually aggressive with his horses, so could be an interesting early little battle between these two.
4 had been blessed with good posts in his last 3 starts, a 2-hole, a 1-hole, and a 3-hole. Really likes the 1 and the 2-hole with those romping victories. Cost $10,000 at the sale, so they've got to be pretty happy with the way things have started.
And the 1 only cost $5,000. He's made $15,000. Interesting third race. They're over behind the Mark Taborowski starting car. Here's Ayers Ratliff.
And behind the gate, this one sponsored by Lake Equine Associates. Purse of $4,587. They're at the top of the stretch. Here for today's third race, and here they come. Into pacing, working up a lather, using that rail to his advantage. Fire the Prez on the outside second as they pace around the turn. Third at the rail, Show Me the Mooney. Then onto the outside, Luck Be My Legend, and the trailer, that's Tanika's Gate. As they now ramble up the backstretch, working up a lather. Was a winner last time out at Mansfield and leads the way. Fire the Prez, off of 2 straight wins. He's right there in the garden spot second, pacing third is Show Me the Mooney. Looking for a seat, Luck Be My Legend, and the trailer is Tanika's Gate. Opening quarter, 32-1. Around that turn they go, and the leader working up a lather. In their second is a Fire the Prez. In their third, Show Me the Mooney. Still looking for a seat, Luck Be My Legend. Tanika's Gate is still trailing as they move down here in front of the stands and pace over to the half, and the leader is still working up a lather, and Nick Clegg. Elliott Deaton is setting chili in the pocket there. He's got the people's pick of Fire the Prez as they will move around the turn.
136.
Halfway home in 106 and around the turn. They'll move on into the backstretch, and the leader is still working up a lather. Fire the Prez is now moving to the outside, and Fire the Prez is firing up and after, working up a lather as they pace to 3/4, working up a lather on the inside. Fire the Prez on the outside, they're second. They're going at it nose to nose and stride for stride as they move around to the final turn. Fire the Prez now gets the better of it 3/4. 135-2. Around this final turn, Fire the Prez leads the way. Working up a lather is their second. In their third is Show Me the Mooney. They're into the stretch, and it's Fire the Prez. Fire the Prez looking for his third straight win. Fire the Prez, the best in here. Working up a lather, finishing second. Show Me the Mooney gets third. 2:04, 4/5.
Well, when you come off a 21-length score, you're supposed to come back and back it up, and he did just that. Sat the pocket, pulled, draws off, wins by, 3.5 in the end.
Very nice. Yeah, he could have won by as much as he wanted, that's for sure. Yeah.
This one was 4th in a Buckeye at Northfield back on July 19th, so he's been a little bit of stakes company in his running lines. And then at the fairs, he's got, 5 now? So he's got a second, a third, and 3 straight victories in 5 fair tries.
Picked up half of $4,587. So it's a good summer for Fire the Prez.
Catch the Fire Son, bred by Black Magic Racing of Ohio. Wayne Mash Jr., Jason Ash, Wayne Zollers, Green Wave Racing, all the co-owners. Elliott Deaton driving for Scott Cox.
He's usually a trot guy, right? Scott Cox.
Yeah, he doesn't have many fair horses, mostly races at Northfield. He does have one in the Tom Aldrich President's Trot, I believe. Long shot.
And
on
he is,
Saturday night.
Yeah, he's knocking on the door of the top 10. That's his, my numbers are correct, that's his 13th fair win.
Well, he'll keep picking up wins if he keeps bringing Fire the Prez over here.
Yeah, well, Fire the Prez is a third of his wins, or fourth of his wins. And the final odds on him were, well, they're off the board. It's going to pay $480 to win.
It is the 4, Fire the Prez. Fire the Prez, he was a winner at Lisbon. He won by over 21 lengths at Mansfield and scored again today. That's 3 in a row for Fire the Prez, a 2-year-old bay-gutted son of Catch the Fire. Out of Can Do It Forever by Stand Forever, owned by Wayne Mass Jr., Jason Ash. W. Zollers and Green Wave Racing, Scott Cox trains. That's a back-to-back Deaton double for Elliott Deaton. Time of the mile, 2:04 and 4.
Elliott Deaton grabs a double early on in the card. Races 2 and 3. 3 down, 9 to go. We'll be back with the 4th after these messages.
History, tradition. For over 100 years, 2- and 3-year-old trotters and pacers have started their careers on the tracks of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. See the future stars of Ohio harness racing at one of the Home Talent's 15 tracks. The stars of tomorrow are racing at a track near you today. The Home Talent Colt Stakes. You can't win them if you aren't in them.
Make summer memories this year at the Ohio County Fairs. The Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association will be live streaming every race this year, and we want you to be there. Be a part of the excitement with the 2025 Ohio County Fair Racing Passport. Stop by the OHHA broadcast location in the grandstand to pick up your passport and stamp. Get stamps at every fair you attend. Prizes will be awarded to those that attend the most racing programs. Get your passport at the first fair you attend or call the OHHA office at 614-221-3650. Harness Racing, the fastest ride at the fair.
Big gust of wind just rolled through here. Blew our tent over.
Look at this. Whoa, easy.
It was a great catch, though, by the. There were a couple people that jumped right up to stop it from flying any further than it did.
What, if that was a sailboat, that guy'd be, hey, he'd be halfway to Canada.
That was a strong gust. The wind has been good. It's been a nice breeze. Temperature not too hot. Perfect day in Ashtabula.
Because of the scratch of number 3, Gene said in the upcoming 4th race, Elliott Deaton will be denied the opportunity to post a consecutive riding triple, because that was his mount, and I think that's his son, right? That trains.
Yeah, Ryan trains. Yep.
Okay.
Braden Rhodes on the 1. Widger boys. Mark St. Louis on the 2. Dragon mode. Nick Clegg will cut his own grass on the 6. Pure Dragon.
Yeah, he ain't paying $10, right?
Field of 5 here. The 2. How about the 2? Dragon mode. 0 for 30, but 10 third place finishes.
Look at that. For
So
earnings of $15,000.
when you hear a horse is 0 for 30, you would think they've made no money, but he's actually made $15,000.
Wow. So he was finishing 3rd for some decent purses.
Couple of 4ths most recently. The Widger boys coming off back-to-back seconds. And Widger boys has a win all the way back at Carrollton, but since then, just a couple of underneath finishes for him. Oblivion Express crushed a non-winners of one field at Northfield back on June 29th, but has a break at the Buckeye, interference break. He's had some tough trips, a couple of breaks, parked the mile at Cortland second, so he's had excuses and probably is the one to beat.
So you call a lot of races. So when you have a track like Northfield that's pitched, is that the right word, pitched? Banked. Severely.
You got to go back to your NASCAR days.
Yeah, right. My one NASCAR. So the advantage on a track that's not banked very well, like this one, where does on a banked track as opposed to a moderately banked track, where does the advantage go? To speed or closers?
Well, I think no banking would be more speed because you can't really get any, that boost, the momentum grab off the turn.
Right.
It's a lot harder to sustain, you're working a lot harder to stay in a 2-path or 3-path on a flat banking. You have no banking to help you, but at Northfield you can sustain a bit because you have a little bit higher, and they're probably lower than they used to be before the track
Home
reconfiguration.
of the flying turns. I tell you what, you don't appreciate it till you go out there and walk on it and see just how steep it can be. It's amazing.
There were some flying turn races. I had a horse last night that was 8th going down the backstretch out of the 8-hole and was 4 wide and swept past.
Really?
Yeah, it was a big move.
Heavy favorite or?
He was 5-1, I believe.
Now, for those that are listening and watching today, and they are regular horse players at Northfield, can you give them a tip? Do you think it's a track that has a bias that comes and goes, or it's pretty?
There are certain
fair?
days I think there's biases based on wind, but it's hard to tell a bias sometimes. And sometimes I think as horse players, we get too stuck in there's always a bias on every day. And I don't think there's biases as often as we think there are.
Right.
I think there may be slight biases, maybe. Hey, you want to be inside, or you want to be outside, or in harness, you want to be on the lead because of the wind or whatever. But I think it's a lot less common than we think it is. And then sometimes it's hard to tell. When Aaron's on the front 7 times and wins 7 times, it doesn't mean it's a speed bias.
Right.
Maybe Aaron's on the best horse and he's on the lead and he's the best driver.
Yeah, you gotta factor in the quality of the horse when you're trying to assess a track bias. What about on a wet track at Northfield? You see any?
The track can get fast the track gets fast when it's wet for sure.
A wet track at Northfield means we delay.
Steve chipping in there. Okay, Steve.
Here are the horses on the track for race 4. This one's sponsored by Larson Trucking, a purse of $3,370. Scratch down to a field of 5. Braden Rhodes on the 1. Mark St. Louis Jr. on 2. Scratch the 3. 1 is Widger Boys. Driver change, Braden Rhodes. 2, Dragon Mode. Make the driver Mark St. Louis Jr. The 3 is out. 4, Bernie Be Bad, Charlie Myrick. 5, Oblivion Express, and Justin Irvin. 6, Pure Dragon, Nick Clegg in the sulky. That's the field for race number 4. We have Braden Rhodes on 1, Mark St. Louis Jr. 2, Scratch the 3, Win Play Show Exacta Trifecta Wagering.
3,300 on the line. 1 Widger Boys. Braden Rhodes for the Clegg team. 3-year-old Lather Up Son, back-to-back seconds at Lisbon and Mansfield, was clocked at Northfield in 56-3 on Summit County Fair night.
The 2, as Kenny told you, is Dragon Mode. The driver picking up the mount is Mark St. Louis. He did drive this horse last time at Mansfield when they finished 4th. But Dragon Mode has been to the post 30 times in its life. Still looking for win number 1. Has 2 seconds and 10 thirds. And despite being winless, he's at 15,000 and change. He's the second richest horse in the race.
Scratch the 3, Gene said. 4, Bernie Be Bad. Charlie Myrick driving and training for David Sweeney. This one's just 1 for 19 in his career. The win at Northfield in 56-4 and a non-winners of 1. A couple of thirds at Mount Vernon and Lisbon. Most recently was 6th at Mansfield, having to come with a 3-wide move and flattened out off of that. I would expect a little bit better, maybe closer to what he raced 2 and 3 back.
The 5 is Oblivion Express. Corey De Airman, the trainer. Justin Irvin is the driver. This horse is 1 for 7, but what catches your eye when you look at his past performance lines is what he brought at the sale, 67,000. So he's got a little work to do. He did not race as a 2-year-old. And today, looking on the board, he's favored at 8 to 5.
And the 6th, starting from the second tier, is Pure Dragon. Nick Clegg for Betty Clegg, 3-year-old Fear the Dragon son. 3 for 39 in his career, 2 wins this season, one of them at Northfield in 58 and 4 most recently. He's been looking, he's left a little bit to be desired the last few starts. Needs to build off it, but this horse made $26,000, so he's made his money back at the sale, $10,000 they paid for him.
Interesting that they're betting the 5 at 8 to 5. Of course, the 1 is 6 to 5. He's the favorite.
Yeah, and it's hard to tell on maybe on camera, but the 1 Widger Boys, if you look, he's got significantly thicker and heavier pacing hobbles than the rest of the field. They're not the gray ones.
So what's that tell you?
Just helps him pace.
Okay.
Keeps him from hitting his knees, I think Betty told me. Betty told me, I asked her at, I think it was Carrollton when I first noticed it.
Yeah.
But the rest of them are like the gray rubber-looking ones, and these ones are more, they're heavier and thicker. So, helping him out.
So 3 races down. Yesterday we noticed that we think there was a somewhat of a trend or track bias that horses closed in the middle of the track won several races. We haven't seen that yet today, have we?
No, just the backstretch move in the last race.
Right.
Well, we'll see if we get it here. We got a much fuller field with 5 of them. They're in behind the Mike Tyborowski starting gate. Ayers Ratliff has the call.
$170. A field of 5 make their way to the top of the stretch for the 4th race. And here they come. They're off into pacing. Bernie Be Bad trying for the lead. Widger Boys on the inside second as they will move around the turn. Pure Dragon is pacing an early 3rd. Over their 4th is Dragon Mode, and the trailer, that's Oblivion Express. On up the backstretch they go, and Widger Boys maintains the inside advantage. Bernie Be Bad took back and nestled in their 2nd, in their 3rd. That's Pure Dragon. Then we have Dragon Mode, and then Soul Sunday trails the field. That's Oblivion Express as they went by the quarter in 30 seconds. Around the turn they go, and with the lead, it's Widger Boys. In their 2nd, Bernie Be Bad. Oblivion Express is rolling up on the outside. He was 5th, then 4th, then 3rd, then 2nd, and he's now trying to dial in the leader as they move here by the half. On the outside, Oblivion Express wants the lead. Inside, Widger Boys not letting him go as they move here by the half. And with the lead, it's Widger Boys over by the half. In a 1 minute, 1/5 as they move around the turn and head on into the backstretch. Widger Boys on the inside. On the outside then is Oblivion Express. They still slug it out as they continue on to 3/4. Trying to tighten in is Bernie Be Bad 3rd. In their 4th is a Pure Dragon. Dragon Mode is trailing by 3/4, and Widger Boys has the lead. In their 2nd, Bernie Be Bad, 1:30 and 4/5. Moving around the final turn, Widger Boys by 2. Bernie Be Bad 2nd, Pure Dragon 3rd. They're at the top of the stretch in a drive for the wire, and it's Widger Boys and Braden Rhodes out there with the lead. In their 2nd, Bernie Be Bad, it's Widger Boys. Widger Boys to win. Bernie Be Bad finishing 2nd, Pure Dragon was 3rd. 2:01, 1/5.
Is that our fastest race of the week?
I think it is the fastest race of the week. 20. What'd you say? 2:01 and 1.
Yeah.
Widger Boys got to the front, was challenged coming to the half by the 5 Oblivion Express, but Widger Boys didn't waver.
No.
Turned him away and drew off.
I think Speed's doing well here today.
Speed is doing well.
2:01 and 1. That's our fastest race of the 2-day meet.
What's our track record of Pacers? 56? I have it right here.
Oh, you got it?
156 all-age pace and 2:01 on the trot.
You know that the 5-horse Oblivion Express made a move like he was worth $67,000, but as fast as it started, it ended.
It did end quick.
It's not good. The winner was 3-2, and Oblivion Express went off at 7-5.
Yeah, very close in the wagering there.
Yes, like 20 cents close. Is my math right? 7-5 is the favorite. Yes. I didn't pay attention. I was updating my jockey standings in math class.
Yeah.
In junior high.
I think that's when I knew I wanted to be in horse racing, was when in physics class during lab sessions, instead of paying attention, I was handicapping races for the weekend.
That's right. And when I found out that at Northfield you could get the next night's program on your way out, I go, oh man, I can handicap all day now.
Race sponsored by Larson Trucking. It's the 1 Widger Boys. Widger Boys, a 3-year-old, bay-gooded son of Lather-Up at a Profound Beauty by Art Major. Owned by Kimber Clegg. Betty Clegg is in for a training double. Braden Rhodes, the winning driver, 2:01 and 1.
.201 and 1. Nobody had the try with the 1 on top. It's 1 all. Well, they had it with the 1 on top. Nobody had the exacta in the triple.
And the try paid $15.40.
It's a good triple. Yeah. Well, we're 4 in the books. After these messages, we'll be back with the 5th.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as Branded by Lindy, Jug Winner Luz Pearlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and 1 by What the Hill. Find out more at hickorylanefarm.com.
The Ohio equine industry needs your help. I'm Scott Mogan, president of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. With over 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. That means jobs that pump millions of dollars into the local economy and support thousands of families. For Ohio's equine industry to remain strong, we need to send a clear message to our legislators about the important role that the agricultural small businesses play in Ohio's economy. To do that, we need your help. PACER, the Political Action Committee for Equine Racing, helps support and inform on issues that could positively affect Ohio harness racing. Please consider a donation to PACER. To donate, visit our website at ohha.com or call 614-221-3650. Your donation will help keep harness racing strong in Ohio. Thank you for your support.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to ohha.com. That's ohha.com.
Welcome back to Ashtabula County Fair here in Jefferson, Ohio. 4 in the books. 5th is next with Jimmy Smith on the 1, another round. And Braden Rhodes will drive the 2, 3:14.
Also, don't forget, there is a gold bin at the center of the bottom of the grandstand. If you have any non-winning tickets,
Betty Clegg now has a double for the day.
make sure you are legibly writing your name and
1 win with her husband and one with Mr. Rhodes.
5 start across. How about the 5 Delightful Ranger coming off a 6 1/4 length win on Summit County Fair night at Northfield.
Yes.
2:03 and 4. That was an impressive mile. 2 for 3 in his career.
That was early in the evening, the 9th race.
Not even halfway yet.
Oh, boy. Well, we interviewed Charlie Myrick at Cuyahoga County.
We did.
He's in here. He told us that he was, did he say he was a walk-on at Ohio State?
Walk-on, yeah.
Punter.
Walk-on punter, because he didn't get into vet school, he said, and then turned into
history.
driving horses, and here we are. He just finished second in the last race as well, Charlie.
That's
and we know his dad, David Myrick, always watching our shows. Live on Facebook, live on YouTube, and at Harness Racing Ohio, you can get free programs to all the county fairs.
This is one of our bigger purses today coming up.
$6,900.
Yeah. Is that going to be the tops for the day? I'm going to take a quick look. There's a 66 and change. Another 66 and change. There's another one. There's another 6904. It's the other division of the 2-year-old Colton Gelding's trot. Will be the 11th. Also 6904.
You know what we don't have here is we don't really have I guess they call it the Open. So we don't have a signature series.
No.
But we had an Open, so I guess that's what they consider the same thing.
Okay. You're gonna let us drive in the last race.
For $1,000.
$1,000 pot. Right.
I'll go around the track and collect my $10. Have you sat behind a horse before, Bob?
I was in a, I don't want to call it celebrity, but I was in a race at Northfield with 2 horses. It was a sulky built for 2, and I thought I was driving a horse, but there was a driver in there with me. I mean, he was driving. It was Ty Loy.
You got to go with Ty?
Yeah. How about that?
They must have been short must have been short on people if he was in the celebrity race.
I take that back. I wore Ty Loy's colors. Claire Umholtz drove.
Yeah, Claire has a 2-seater because I got to use that. I took someone around the track, which I don't know why they trusted me, but
people who think harness racing looks a little slow on TV, get in the sulky. Tell me you think it's slow.
Even the horses that are just putzing around, going 5 miles an hour, you feel like you're rolling.
Better believe it, man. And we won the race in a photo. We beat. There was a driver at Northfield way back when named Mel Turcott, and we held him off at the wire.
You know, our charter at Northfield, Matt Rose, has been in 6 of those at Yonkers and Freehold, and he's finished second, I believe, in 5 of them or something. He's never won, but he was. You know what? He never graduated the non-winners of 1, but he made money.
I'm tell you something. We'll talk after the post parade.
Here are the horses for the 5th race. This one sponsored by James Auto Stable. Home Talent Colt Stakes. 2-year-old Colton Gelding Trotter per $6,904. Jimmy Smith on 1. Braden Rhodes on 2. Win Place Show. Exacta. Trifecta wagering. 1 another round. Driver change Jimmy Smith. 2, 314. Driver change Braden Rhodes. 3 is Short Range and Charlie Myrick. 4 is Strikes Storm, Eric Miller. And the 5, Delightful Ranger, Justin Irvin, and the Sulky. That's the field for the 5th race. Jimmy Smith on 1, Braden Rhodes on 2.
There's our field for the 5th. 1's another round. Jimmy Smith driving for Miles Wollum, Martin Wollum, and Bob Char, the owners. Back-to-back wins for this guy. Painesville and Mansfield, 2 for 4 in his career.
The 2 is 314, and Rhodes picked up the mount. Nick Clegg is off for Betty Clegg. 11 starts this year, a win, 2 seconds, 4 thirds. and it's off of a third place finish at Mansfield. Start before that, victory at Lisbon.
3 short range, Charlie Myrick doing it all here. It was 4th, 3 back at Mount Vernon. That's the only time he was off the top 3. Has a win at Cortland at First Asking, 12-length winner there.
The 4 is Strikes Storm. Trainer D. Houghton, excuse me. Eric Miller, the driver. 4 starts, a win, and that win came on Summit County Fair night at Northfield, and it was a big win too, by 10.5 lengths.
5 Delightful Ranger, in range son, Justin Irvine driving for Gary Martin. Cohen's with Kleinberg Racing and Leon Kiefer. 6th-length score on Summit County Fair night, and is 2 for 3 in his career. It does have a skip at Painesville, but still finished 3rd. Hasn't missed the trifecta.
So, another round is 4-1. 314 is your not favorite, but second choice at 8-5. The 3 short range is 25-1. Strike Storm is 6, and your favorite is on the outside, Delightful Ranger, even money. I'm hearing myself twice.
Yeah. Delightful Ranger, 6th-length score. He's got to do it from the outside, though. He had a much better post that day. Sat the pocket and got through in the passing lane late and picked up the victory. So, see what he can do here from the outside.
So far, Justin Irvin has been frustrated at getting his first win of the day. Let's see if this could be it.
They're headed up the backstretch. Starter slowly gathering the horses. We'll send it up to Ayers Ratliff with the call of the 5th.
For the 5th race, this one sponsored by James Auto Stable, per $6,904. Moving around the turn to the top of the stretch for the 5th race. Here they come. They're off and trotting. 314 goes looking for the lead in their second another round as they move around the turn. Getting away then to be an early 3rd is a short range. Off stride, Delightful Ranger. And the trailer is Strikes Storm as they move on into the backstretch. Another round, and Jimmy Smith out there and on the lead by almost 2. 314 is there in second. Short range is 3rd. Then we have Strike Storm, and back down trotting and on the move, Delightful Ranger. They went by the opening quarter where another round is out there and on the lead in 33 seconds around the turn. In their second, 314. It is Short Range who's there in 3rd. Delightful Ranger is 4th, and the trailer, Strike Storm. They now swing off the turn and come down here to the halfway mile mark of the race. And out there with the lead, it's another round. Another round leads them by 2. 314 is there in second. Trotting in 3rd is a Short Range. Delightful Ranger is 4th, and the trailer is Strike Storm. The half in 105, around the turn they go. Another round is trying to go the distance on the lead. 314 is there in second. Short Range 3rd. Delightful Ranger is 4th, and the trailer is still Strike Storm. Eric Miller stopped off to ask for directions as they continue on to the 3/4 mile mark of the race. And out there with the lead, it's another another round. Another round out there by 2. 3:14 is still their second. 1:36 and 2. Moving around the final turn. Another round is still the boss. 3:14 second. Short range is on the outside now, trying to crank it up for Charlie Myrick there at the top of the stretch. On a drive for the wire. Another round has the lead inside 3:14. Short range in third. It's another round. Another round will win. Looked like short range got up for second. 3:14 was third. Time of the mile, 2:08.
3 in a row for another round. Painesville winner, Mansfield winner, and now Jefferson, 3 straight. This one probably a little easier than the last one. Last couple.
I was going to say, the other two are neck victories. Yeah. Price was right. 7-2.
It's a good price on a horse that's won 2 in a row.
This horse is cut out to be a nice horse. Cost $21,000 at the sale. We'll see.
Just his 5th lifetime start and 3 wins in a row. In Ohio.
One of the owners is Bob Troyer of Middlefield. Middlefield known for its cheese.
Ah, now I need to go to Middlefield because I love cheese.
Oh, get over there.
Is that where, what's the cheese barn place?
Grandpa's
Cheese Barn.
That's Ashland.
Ashland.
Right off 7. That's a great place.
We'll have to check
you
that
can
out.
go in there. I haven't been in for a while, but they have like little samples on each product. You could just go in there and have you can make it a meal.
Meal of cheese.
No, I'm gonna get barred for saying that. All right.
Three sponsored by James Auto Stable. It's the one another round. Another round is a Tyrrell Bay Colt by In Range at a Barn Goddess by Conway Hall. On by Martin Woolham and Bob Troyer, Miles Woolham trains Jenny Smith, the winning driver. Time of the mile, 2:08.
Well, we're 5 down. 7 to go.
7 to go.
And we'll be back after these messages with the 6th.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead Sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
Who feeds your need for new ideas for your family's best farm future? Ohio Farm Bureau. We work with our members to shape ag policy that will positively impact our industry. Farm Bureau is advancing business solutions to give you a competitive advantage. We help you gather information to stay ahead of important topics and technologies. Plus, Ohio Farm Bureau creates opportunities for growth. Ohio Farm Bureau, feeding your need for new ideas.
We are back here at the Ashtabula County Fair in Jefferson. 7 races to go. Day 2. We've had 22, or will have 22 total. Braden Rhodes on the 2 center story in this race. How about this horse? ATM Machine. He hasn't missed the board in, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 in a row.
Yeah, look at that.
Sue Stockwell has the rail in this race.
And let's see. She bred this one. She didn't buy it at the sale.
That means this one's probably a little more expensive than $5,000. She had to pay all the feeding for 2 years. Well, 3 actually.
Right.
This guy's 3.
I Fear the Dragon. Out of a Captain
6 for
Treacherous
23.
Mare. No. He's paying his way. And this might be a spot for Justin to get his first win of the day.
Yeah, Justin trying to break through, having a tough Thursday here.
Frustrating day.
Can't win them all.
No, you better not try. So in this race, we'll have a 20-year-old driver, Braden Rhodes, and a 70-year-old driver, and Lanny Merriman, father of Aaron Merriman.
Sire of Aaron Merriman.
Oh, boy.
Lanny Merriman's stud fee is pretty high after the career his son has had.
Oh, jeez. Oh. Well, Lanny drives and trains this one.
Yep, Lanny's picked up the training for Linda Mean. How about Richard Johnson from the Villages in Florida? You ever been to the Villages?
No, but you know what they have there? In
Everything.
This day of dying newspapers, I heard the paper is unbelievable. The daily paper there. It's big.
It's a full
thick.
newspaper.
Yeah.
My grandfather gets it every morning. He lives in the Villages. Every morning.
Looks like Eric
Okay.
Water. He gets that paper every day?
Gets the paper every day.
Have you been there?
Oh yeah, I visit every
like
spring break.
Zillion golf courses and movie theaters.
Like I said, everything. Bowling alleys.
And every golf carts all over the place.
Everybody has a golf cart. If you don't have a golf cart, it's like you don't fit in. What's this guy doing? He's got a car?
Yeah. I wonder if any of them don't have cars.
Some of them probably do now, yeah. Because they built recently. They built a bridge where you don't have to cross the highway, so you just go over the golf cart bridge. So now you can get from one side of town to the other without having a car.
So that's not too far from Ocala.
Yeah, I think it's like
And
35
Orlando?
minutes. Orlando's a lot further than it seems. It's about an hour and 20 from where he lives. 2 hours. Miami's 4 because I've done that drive to Gulfstream several times.
Alligator Alley?
Yeah,
No,
I don't go in the
Turnpike.
water.
No, you wouldn't take Alligator. No, what am I talking about? That would be from South Florida over to Naples.
Here are the horses for race number 6, sponsored by Home Talent Cold Stakes, first $3,370. One is Draco's Storm, Justin Irvin. 2, Center Story, Braden Rhodes. 3, Red Hot Ember, Lanny Merriman. 4, A Legend Secret, James Day. And the 5, Cool Augustus, Eric Miller in the sulky. Braden Rhodes on 2, Eric Miller on 5. Win, play, show, exacta, trifecta wagering here in race 6.
Thank you.
That was about the most horses you could have on a racetrack at one point. They had the post parade and a couple of horses warming up, the water truck, a lot of stuff going on. 1, Draco Storm, Justin Irvine for Gary Martin and Sue Stockwell. 3-year-old Fear the Dragon son. 2 wins, Painesville and Lisbon. Well, 3 wins on the season, but 2 most recently. Has the rail. Justin looking to break through and get his first win on day 2.
Number 2, Center Story. Braden Rhodes picks up the mount as Nick gonna go cut the grass, I guess. Save $10. Betty Clegg, trainer. Busy horse, 17 starts this year. Consistent as can be. 2 wins, 7 seconds, 4 thirds, over 17,000 in earnings. And boy, you look at the lines that we can see. Third, second. Something.
Keyham second in the exacta. 3, Red Hot Ember, Lanny Merriman driving and training for Richard Johnson. 3-year-old Catch the Fire son. 1 for 9. That win was at Hilliard. Has a second at Cortland. just a couple of 4th and 6th recently, but those efforts 5 and 6 back are pretty good. And like coming off of that here, post 3.
The 4, A Legend's Secret, owned by Power Play Racing of Medina. James Day trains, James Day drives, and so far so good this year. 6 starts, 2 wins, a 2nd and 3 thirds. Banked 7,000 and 14-1 on the tote board.
5 Cool Augustus, Eric Miller driving for Amy Wengert. She co-owns with Herbert Nicholson. She also bred this horse. 3-year-old Big Colts by Mr. Cooley. 0 for 19, has 3 third place finishes. 7th start of the season here. He's made 6, so trying to improve. Has the outside post, tough spot for him right here. See if he can improve and move forward.
Well, the money's going on the 1 and the 2. Draco Storm 7-5. The favorite is Center Story at 4-5.
Some horses that just always show up every week. You got the 4 Legend Secret, hasn't missed the board all season. Center Story's 13 of 17 hitting the board. Some nice horses in this one.
Racing for $3,370. And the wind has not died down at all today.
No, it is not. The parking lot looks packed again, though.
This fair gets well supported.
Yeah, this is a
Remember,
strong
I told
fair.
you it's the largest county land-wise. I don't know what population is. We should look that up.
Well, that'll give you something to do in between the races. Bob's our stats guy. I let him find all the stats.
Figures, Filbert.
They're headed up the backstretch behind the Mark Taborowski starting car. Ayers Ratliff has the call of the halfway point, the 6th race.
On the inside, Center Story is there in early a 2nd. Pacing 3rd is Red Hot Ember. Then it is A Legend Secret in Cool Augustus Trails. They're in numerical order as they go on into the backstretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Draco Storm is up top and on the lead. They're in 2nd, Center Story. Red Hot Ember is still 3rd. Then it's A Legend Secret and Cool Augustus. They're still in single file as they went by the opening quarter in 30 2/5. Draco Storm and Justin Irvin is out there on the lead by a length and a quarter. Center Story and Braden Rhodes, they're in 2nd. Lanny Merriman looks them over from 3rd with Red Hot Ember. James Day is 4th with the Legend Secret and the trailer Eric Miller and Cool Augustus. They move down here to the half where Draco's Storm, your 4-5 favorite, is on the lead, and Center Story had made a little bit of a bobble there. He's right back down pacing the half in 1:01 3. On into the turn they go, and the leader Draco's Storm in 2nd. Center Story now hustling up on the outside. Here comes A Legend Secret, and A Legend Secret is now up to challenge the leader. Moving up the backstretch to 3/4 we go. Draco Draco Storm has braced for the challenge. A Legend Secret is on the outside. Center Story is right there, needing some room in third. And losing stride now, a Legend Secret as they pace by 3/4. 134 and around this final turn. Draco Storm to the outside. Center Story is now set. Dead aim on the leader. They're at the top of the stretch. Draco Storm on the inside. Center Story on the outside. Draco Storm and Center Story. They're going at it like Donald Trump and CNN. Coming to the wire. Draco Storm. Center Story on the outside. Very tight photo for win. 202 and 1.
Well, that one's very tight. We'll see what it ends up being between the 1 Draco Storm and the 2 Center Story. I think inside, but
If I was going to bet, I'd bet inside. And they were as close on the tote board as they were on the racetrack. 4-5 on the 1, even money on the 2.
very tight finish. I was thinking at about halfway down the stretch, I was thinking poor Justin just can't buy a win today.
I know.
But I think he got this one home by about a head.
I hope so, for his sake. There you go.
There's the call. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, yesterday the 2 would have went right by with the wind.
You read my mind. Yeah, that bias is gone. You don't know what it is. It's the wind. It's the humidity, the temperature, the water truck. Who knows?
A lot of variables that go into a horse race. And like we've said earlier, somehow all the variables lead to us losing.
Yeah. That's win number 4 for this horse this year.
2 in a row, too. Lisbon and now here.
2 in a row. Gary Martin. Trainer Gary Martin for Stu Stockwell, the princess of Ashtabula Racing.
1, 2, 3, unofficial.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3 in this game
There you
sometimes. You know, I was shocked the 4 went off 17-1. Had missed the board in 6 tries.
I know.
He was challenging for the lead there around 3/4, but ends up putting in a break. Finished 4th. Sue had a nice Jefferson fair, right? Three wins for Sue. Sue had what, 3 wins I think so far?
Oh, yesterday, yeah. How many did she have? I think it was 3. Where is she?
6. It is the 1, Draco's Storm, a 3-year-old bay-goated son of Fear the Dragon, and a captivating storm by
380
Captain
on the winner.
Treacherous. On my Sue Stockwell of Geneva, Ohio, Gary Martin is the trainer. Justin Irvin, the winning driver, time of the mile 2:02 and 1.
Well, we're halfway through the card here in Jefferson. 6 down, 6 to go. After these messages, we'll bring you the 7th.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Cool Winds Farm is one of Ohio's premier standardbred breeding farms. Cool Winds stands the popular Dancin' Yankee, Jug winner Southwind Aussie, and the royally bred Western Fame. Cool Winds Farm is proud to present our yearling consignments at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 12th, and at the Standard Bred Horse Sale in Harrisburg during the cool winds of November.
We are back here at the Ashtabula County Fair in Jefferson. Halfway point, 6 to go.
I looked up, what does Ashtabula mean in Indian?
What possessed you to look that up?
Well, I was looking up the population of Ashtabula and land size. So the name Ashtabula is derived from an Iroquois Indian word, likely Ashtabula, which translates to, you want to guess?
I have no idea.
You didn't take Indian in school. Okay.
I took Italian, but that's not going to help me here.
River of many fish.
River of many fish?
The Ashtabula River was historically a boundary between the Algonquin and Iroquois tribes. The name reflects the abundance of fish in the river, which was an important resource for the native peoples and early settlers. The fish was best enjoyed with a milkshake from the girls
from the
and
4-H
boys
club right here.
Exactly.
We changed it up today. I did not go milkshake. We went 2 scoops of Moose Track ice cream. By the way, where can you get ice cream for $1 a scoop?
Nowhere.
Ashtabula County Fairgrounds.
Maybe Serbia. Yeah, you're not getting it in America.
You can go have it with Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, right. I was just at a Guardians game, and I'm not a big beer drinker, but the guy was selling beers $14 a copy.
You know, that's a lot of exacta bets at the track.
$14, yeah. Right.
It's a $7 box.
I should have told the guy, yeah, right. Give me a $7 box, 1-2.
Yeah.
Keep your beer. Oh, boy.
Sometimes it's the principle of, like, the money. Like, if I'm going to the track, I know I'm bringing a couple $100, but I refuse to pay for parking. I'll park for free up at Saratoga and walk a mile into the track because I'm not paying the $10 or $20 to park because I need the money to gamble.
You know, that's, in the recent years, the cost of parking around major league stadiums has gone through the roof.
It's $40 or $50 to park at the Jack to go into the Guardians games or Rocket Mortgage.
Right. You're right. That's exactly right. Yeah. Right.
Someone asked us on one of the streams that Aaron and Lanny is Aaron's dad. So that is how they are related.
Right.
We've had some solid racing today. Yesterday the racing was fantastic.
Yes. And the traveling show of racing in Ohio heads from Jefferson to tonight. Where are they at tonight? Nowhere. Attica this afternoon.
Don't go on YouTube and look for harness racing tonight. There's no thing. They're at Attica right now.
Right.
And then tomorrow, where are we going?
We are going at noon at Croton, the Hartford Fair. And then Saturday, back at Croton. And then Sunday, Mercer County, Salina. That's at 12:30. I'm going to make sure. Also, Zanesville on Sunday, which is Muskingum County at 1 o'clock. So there's your weekend of action.
And the $300,000 Carl Milson Memorial in Northfield Saturday night, which will also hopefully be live on YouTube.
How many races do they have?
16 Saturday.
Okay. Sunday?
15.
15.
Don't worry, we start at 6, and we will still be racing at 11:50.
9.
Yes. Saturday will be a fun night. 9 Sires Stakes races. So a lot of Ohio action. Also have the Ohio $100,000 stakes of the Myron Charna President's Pace and the Tom Aldrich President's Trot. And $300,000 Carl Milstein Memorial. Featuring Adios winner Prince Hal Hanover, who crossed the wire first in the Meadowlands Pace.
Last year was Carl. Oh, no, that's a Hamiltonian. I'm sorry. I don't know.
I don't know who won the Meadowlands Pace off the top of my head last year.
What's the purse on the Milstein?
$300.
Okay.
Here are the horses for race 7, sponsored by Big D's. 3-year-old Colton gelding trotters for $6,654. 1 Tom Cruiser, Mark St. Louis Jr. 2 Nothing But Cat. Irvin. 4 I'll Be Seeing You, Joseph Cramp. And the 5 Cherry's Prize, Charlie Myrick in the sulky. No change here in race 7. Win, play, show, exacta, trifecta wagering.
I think we're having a little bit of technical difficulties here working on the camera. The sound has come back correctly.
Let's see.
I can hear
the
sound is perfect, so hopefully the camera will cooperate.
We weren't burdening our listeners and viewers, but we were getting feedback.
Yeah, it was echoing, so I would talk, and then about 8 seconds later it would come through the headset with the same thing to say. It was a full sentence or two behind, so that was a little tough to get through. Now it's perfect, and of course when that works, now our camera's not working, so it's always something at the county fairs.
Well,
but we're doing our best, Steve-O, working hard behind us to hopefully get you this race live.
People can hear us, they just can't see it?
I believe they can hear us, they just can't see us right now.
Welcome to OHHA Radio.
Bob Roberts, Kenny Livingood, WFAN Radio Network, driven by Jeep.
Oh my.
This one's sponsored by Big D's.
Is that a misspelling? Isn't it D''S or is it DEE?
No, I think it's DEE.
It is?
Yeah, Big D's.
Okay.
1 Tom Cruiser, Mark St. Louis driving for owner-trainer Stacy Curry. 4 for 10, 6 for 21 in his lifetime. 9-length score at Mount Vernon, impressive there. This one had the lead at Lisbon and made a break, actually interfered with a couple of horses and had to be placed 3rd. Otherwise, that would have been 3 straight for him, and then he came back first over, and he was placed 4th for some reason at Mansfield. 2nd placed 4th, so I'm not sure if he interfered with somebody, but ultimately was placed 4th there. So this one, the judges have had to control him the last couple of starts. Yeah. He's been a naughty pacer or trotter.
The 2 is Nothing But Cat. This is one of those Grand Slam horses, bred by John and Amy Wingard. John trains it, John owns it, and John's going to drive it. And this horse has raced 11 times this year. 3 wins, a 2nd, and a pair of 3rds, and carries a 2-race winning streak to the starting gate. Scored at Lisbon, scored at Mansfield.
3 Mine Next Chapter, a 5-length winner at Athens, much the best there. Justin Irvine driving for J.H. Miller and Powerline Racing. 2 for 17 in his career, 2 for 8 this season. So nice win there at Athens. Also has a win at Scioto, and now winners of 1, clocked in 55-1 at Scioto, and a Buckeye Stallion finishing 2nd.
The 4 is I'll Be Seeing You. So far, this 3-year-old gelding is a career maiden. 15 starts, has been close though. 5 seconds, a trio of 3rds. It's banked over $11,000.